Welcome to This Explainer. Let's get right into it. Today, we're equipping you with the exact tools you need to protect yourself before hiring a lawyer in California. Imagine this. You hire an attorney for a massive, critical case. You're paying out thousands of dollars, trusting them with your entire future, and then you find out they aren't even legally licensed to practice law in California. No way, right? Sounds like a crazy movie plot, but honestly, every single year, unsuspecting people lose their life savings to these phantom lawyers. It's a literal nightmare scenario, but thankfully, it's one you can easily avoid.
Let's just be real for a second. Dealing with legal issues is stressful enough, right? You're already navigating a super complex, highly sensitive time in your life. The absolute last thing you should have to worry about is being scammed by someone illegally posing as an attorney. Finding the right representation is incredibly hard, but verifying them, that shouldn't be.
So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. Number 1, why verify bar status? 2, navigating state bar resources. 3, step-by-step attorney search. 4, interpreting license status results. 5, legal red flags to watch. And finally, 6, making informed legal choices. Let's just jump right in.
Section 1. Why verify bar status? The stakes of unauthorized practice. Okay, so what does the practice of law actually mean in the real world? Well, according to California courts, it's basically performing services in a court, giving legal advice, and drafting legal instruments or contracts. And here is the kicker. It is completely 100% illegal for anyone who is not a member of the California State Bar to do these things. If you hire an unlicensed individual, you're not just hurting your case, you're putting your fundamental rights and your hard-earned money in severe jeopardy. The main takeaway here is empowerment. You don't need to hire a private investigator for this. A super simple, completely free 2-minute search can literally save you from devastating financial and legal consequences. Plus, you don't even need to make an account to do it. Moving right along to Section 2, navigating State Bar Resources, your go-to portal. The State Bar website actually gives you 2 really handy tools for this. First up is the quick search. You're going to use this when you already know the exact name or the specific bar number of the lawyer you want to verify. Pretty straightforward. But if you're still kind of hunting around for the right specialist, you'll want to use the advanced search. That one lets you find certified specialists or even filter by location and languages spoken. It's super useful.
All right, Section 3, step-by-step attorney search, doing the verification.
This right here brilliantly illustrates just how simple the whole process is. Step 1, you just go to apps.calbar.ca.gov. Step 2, locate the attorney search tool. Step 3, punch in their exact name or bar number. Now, really pay attention to Step 4 here. Because of some weird technical limitations, the system actually can't process extended characters. So if you're searching for a name like Nunez, definitely do not use the tilde, just type out N-U-N-E-Z. Then, Step 5, hit search. Now, what's truly fascinating here is the sheer amount of data you get back. Once you click search, you don't just get a basic yes or no on their current status. You literally get their entire professional history right there on a single profile page. We're talking admission date, full public discipline history, so any past reprovals, probations, suspensions, or disbarments. Plus, you get their official contact info, so you can cross-reference that and make absolutely sure you're talking to the real attorney and not an imposter. Section 4, interpreting license status results, decoding the jargon. Honestly, you might want to just grab a quick screenshot of this slide. Consider this your ultimate cheat sheet. Active means they are good to go, authorized to practice law and appear in court. Inactive means they voluntarily pause their license, so they are legally prohibited from practicing right now. Not eligible usually means they were involuntarily suspended, maybe for unpaid fees or missing mandatory education. Disbarred is the big one. That's a permanent revocation by the Supreme Court for severe violations. And resigned just means they voluntarily, permanently gave up their license. Long story short, if they aren't active, they absolutely cannot take your case. But wait, here is a really critical warning. Don't just see that active label and instantly assume everything is perfect. Comprehensive due diligence means looking a little deeper. See, an active status doesn't automatically mean a spotless record. Always scan the full profile for any past ethical violations or disciplinary actions just to make sure you're completely comfortable with their professional history. Section 5. Legal red flags to watch, spotting the scams. If you ever experience any of these major warning signs, turn around and walk away. Seriously,
First, if someone approaches you totally uninvited at a hospital, a jail, or an accident scene trying to solicit your business, they are preying on your vulnerability. It's actually a crime known as running and capping. Second, definitely watch out for attorneys using unlicensed intermediaries to hunt down clients. Third, if they want a percentage of your winnings, what we call a contingency fee, California law strictly mandates a written contract. And finally, for literally any legal engagement where costs exceed $1,000, a written contract isn't just a good idea, it's legally required. Just to give you an idea of how seriously California takes this whole thing, look at Business and Professions Code Section 6154. The law strictly punishes illegal solicitation. This means any retainer contract you sign through a hospital runner or an illegal intermediary is completely 100% void. The court can literally strip that attorney of their entire fee. But hey, what if you're already caught in a bad situation? Don't panic. If you find yourself trapped with a dishonest attorney, you actually have statutory remedies. For billing disputes, you can demand mandatory fee arbitration. If you physically lost money because of an attorney's dishonesty, you can apply to the Client Security Fund to try and get reimbursed. And remember, you can always file a formal complaint directly through the State Bar website to trigger an official investigation. And finally, Section 6, making informed legal choices, your action plan. All right, if you remember nothing else from today, here is your primary takeaway. Run this 2-minute search on every single lawyer you are considering before the consultation, not after. Do not wait until you're sitting in their office feeling super pressured to sign a retainer. By checking an attorney's credentials before you even pick up the phone, you are taking total control of your legal journey. Quick disclaimer as we wrap up. Please remember that the information in this explainer is strictly for educational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional legal advice. You should always consult a qualified and, as we've learned today, fully verified legal professional for your specific concerns. So before you sign on the dotted line, you've really got to ask yourself, have you verified your attorney's standing? Or are you just leaving your future up to chance? Check that State Bar website, read the full profile, and make an informed decision. If this explainer helped you out, please do me a massive favor and like, share, and subscribe. And I'd love to hear from you. Drop your questions or your own experiences down in the comments below.